Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to unbox this DC Direct statue. This is the Armored Batman designed by Frank Miller, obviously from The Dark Knight Returns. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm Brent Cassina, your host, and today we're going to unbox this DC Direct Dark Knight Returns statue. This is the Batman black and white line. This is basically the only statue line I collect. But before we get into that, I have taken it out over here, so it's not as loud, hopefully. But before we get into everything, I'll ask you to please do one thing. Please help me by subscribing. Helps me out, helps the channel grow, lets you know when I drop new videos, all that good stuff. Smash that like button. So, Dark Knight Returns, what is it? Well, if you're new to comics, that is this right here. This is the legendary comic book by the one, the only Frank Miller, with Klaus Janson on inks, his former wife Lynn Varley on colors. And at the end of the book, after Batman's been resurrected, so to speak, after a long hiatus, he has to go up against Superman. To do this, he puts on this armor, and there's my knife for later. You can see him here in the armor. Like, that is this design right here. There have been a couple of Funko Pops. Here's the official Dark Knight Returns one with the unmasked thing, because that happens pretty quickly in the fight. If you've seen Batman v Superman, you know what this guy looks like, but let's put this all aside and take a look at this statue. So, I got this statue for Christmas from my lovely wife, and I have not opened it yet, so I'm going to open it now. This is the side of the box. That's what it looks like. Here's some other ones. I'm very interested in all of these, actually, but this one had been announced like a long time ago. Here's the other side of the box. I got it at kind of an angle, so let's move this box out of the way and actually pull it open. So the only thing I always do when these statues is I pre-cut the tape, so it's not that loud. But let me flip it over. He's gripping on this side. But yeah, I think that because of the pandemic the last 2 years, this guy's been delayed. He was supposed to come out, I think he was announced in 2019, and maybe he was supposed to be delivered in 2019, but got delayed and delayed and delayed. And I had thought about pre-ordering this guy. He's solid. There he is. Let's get the base out. And he just got delayed and delayed. So I wonder if, oh wow, there's no peg here. So yep, Batman's got a peg down here. So this is number 1509 of 5,000. So that's pretty typical on these Batman black and white statues that we get about 5,000 of them produced. But anyway, I think the pandemic delayed these guys. I don't know if they were stuck in China on a boat or just, haven't been produced. I know DC Direct, after this statue got announced and the Batman Court of Owls statue got announced, all got, oh my gosh, he's solid. All got, shuttered. Like, DC Direct doesn't survive anymore. Now these are going to be produced by Todd McFarlane. I felt like a little plasticky there. It's not as, there's like a paint chip there. Some dirt. Okay, it's gone. That's good. There's my saliva there. But yeah, so I don't know if they're like starting to come out, so you may see these more available than you have been previously. Obviously this is a fantastic statue. My one gripe about this design, and this goes back all the way to Frank Miller, is that there's no bat symbol on the chest. But I mean, it is clearly Batman, Brent, so maybe shut the fuck up and just admire it. There's one on the belt right here. That's a pretty cool little detail. Wow, all the fine weathering on here. Like, you got brushes of gray here on the wrinkles to kind of highlight them, to give them a little pop. Just a little bit. I think you can see it more on camera, maybe, than you can in person. Maybe the camera's picking up something that's not there. I don't know. But his face, just look at that discomfort, that anger, frustration. This is definitely like an old barrel-chested Batman. I love the side thing under here, like under the bicep, just makes no sense. But yeah, this is the laser gun. If you've seen the Dark Knight movie, it kind of looks like this, maybe from Dark Knight Returns, so that's cool. He's got the little I want to call them flechettes or whatever. I don't know what they're called technically. But they got him on the boot too. I think this is the first time Batman had him on his boot. Was in this comic book here. And then my favorite detail, the bottom of the shoes has the spikes and all that. So it's pretty neat. I do have I think it's a Mattel action figure of this same design. So I know what I'm looking for because I've seen a lot of it all before. Wait for it to focus. There we go. Yeah, this is a really good statue. I really love the weathering on the bottom of the cape here. You can see like maybe the dust or the age or something like that, or maybe this is the snow effect from the fight, whatever you want to imagine it to be. It just breaks up this solid black cape in a really, really cool way. It's also down here at the bottom. So really, really love this. Oh, that did not come off. What is it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's paint. Maybe it's more dirt. I don't know. But I do like the way that this cape is just kind of like, it's flown over in the wind, but it's in this Frank Miller way where it's like just kind of solidly blocked, Just like, look at the stair step here. Boom, 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 boom. That's so cool. I love that. All right, so let's put him in the stand. Yep. Oh, okay. So there you go. There's your action right here. He is standing off the stand or stepping up on it. So that's different. Because most of the black and white statues that I have are resting on the stand, and maybe you'll get like a foot off, but usually the center of gravity is like over the base, right? This guy is like right back here, so that's kind of interesting how that looks. So if you're thinking you're just going to put the stand on here on your shelf, maybe you got a small space on your shelf and you're like, oh, he'll fit. Well, he definitely won't, because he's a good, I don't know, 4 inches behind it or something all the way back. I guess my main complaint is that he wobbles a bit because he's so heavy. But I don't. So yeah, I feel like look at that rock. I got my hand here, so it shouldn't tip. But yeah, I would be afraid of this guy tipping over. That's kind of distressing a little bit, as much as these guys are. I mean, typically these run $80-$90 depending on your retailer. Aftermarket, after these guys have been out, you can see some of them like go up for sky high. So like the early statues in the line, you can search for sky high. Especially if they don't. Some of these guys have like a second run, like the Mike Mignola. I have the second run of it. So very interesting, but got a lot of detail here. This is one of the better painted ones that I've seen in a while. I know the last one I got was the Michael Turner, and that one was okay, but it's pretty basic in terms of paint. Like, there wasn't a bunch of detail. The Mark Silvestri definitely had a lot of detail on the paint, and I think the one I got after that was the Joe Madureira. That was the one that had the most disappointing paint job because it had a lot of slop on here. But here, I mean, it's really kind of like done really, really well. So really, really cool. Let's take the base off. So let's turn them over here. Let's check out the bottom of these boots. There you go. Oh, I like this scratch here. Like, he's already used this armor before. You think it's brand new, but boom, that one little detail makes it look like, hey, he messed it up getting out of the Batmobile, or he's used it before and had it in storage for a long time, or maybe he was practicing with it. This is an aluminum peg. You can see right here. Some sort of piece of metal, maybe. I'm assuming it's aluminum because it's like the most lightweight, although it is very, like, not that strong, so who knows. But I always wonder, like, how deep are these pegs? Like, this guy right here, does it go all the way up? Is there, like, an armature? But he's very solid. He's very heavy. I mean, not compared to other statues. It's just, like, you can feel, like, this, because of his thickness here, he's heavier than some of the other ones I do have. But, yeah, man, I do wonder about this wobble. Though he's not wobbling very much anymore when you touch the base, I think, but it's when you move the Batman here, that's when it wobbles. And I would say, like, hey, if you're not planning on moving ever, you could glue him to the base, but I don't know if that would make a difference, And and then you can't transport them back in the box or anything because the way the cardboard is, or the styrofoam is cut out. So anyway, that is my thoughts, my close-up look at this Batman black and white statue. Proud to add him to my collection, and we will have to find some space for him in my main display up top above my television. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this guy down below in the comments, and as always, we will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.